Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Secrets of Strixhaven Draft here on the channel. I've been exploring the format a lot. I feel like I know what's going on, and I'm excited to share it with you. One thing you should do is if you open Germination Practicum, you should probably Windmill Slam it. It's a very, very strong rare. If you play this with any board state, you just end up in great shape. It fits into the Witherbloom decks. It also fits into the blue-green decks. You can pretty much just put this in your green decks and be happy. What else is in this pack? What things should we be clocking? Well, Essence Knit Scholar. There really should only I think be one Witherbloom drafter in a pod of 8. And so someone's going to take this and try to draft Witherbloom, which is worth noting probably. Grapple with Death. If both of these don't wheel, that could be a problem for me if I try to play black-green myself. There's not really any good blue-green cards. There's a Pursue the Past, which is solid. I like Quillblade Laureate. But after the Germination, it's kind of hard to see what's going to happen. I think Quillblade's going to get taken, Essence Knit's taken, Glyph Mage is taken, Grapple, Pursue, Banishing Betrayal, and maybe Monster, and maybe the land get taken. So it's good to have a sense of what you think should wheel, because that just gives you more context to make your decisions. Well, I don't mind playing red-white, and if I'm going to get past Arc of Hunger, I don't see why I shouldn't. I mean, the Mystical Archive card is still here. I can't imagine which rare, like if there was a multi-rare pack, like which rare would you even take over Arc of Hunger? Like, I can't really think of one. Maybe someone wanted to take Practiced Offense over this. I don't even know how I can tell if there were multiple rares. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 uncommons. That seems pretty standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 commons. This is the land slot. Yeah, I'm definitely slamming Arc of Hunger. It's super messed up. And I could just play straight red-white with this. And so now I kind of have two different directions. I've got a bomb rare for this color. Even better bomb rare for red-white, I think. Partially because, like, if you play this and you don't have any creatures, it doesn't do anything. But this, if you have no creatures, you still take over the game and win. Yeah. So, Kirill's going to get taken. Dust Speaker. The land. Last Gasp. Well, where am I at now? Well, there's no green cards to go with my Practicum. The Maelstrom Artisan is not a card I like. I don't think it's very good. It's just hard to cast, hard to use. Sometimes they don't even have a land to blow up. I think I'm going to take Repel Calamity. I think it's better than a Johnny's Response. Repel Calamity is just very strong. They're both good, but I think Calamity's better. It's better than Spirit Mascot. What else is in this pack? Prismari Charm. I think we saw one of those last pack. There's also Snooping Page, but we're just going to take the strong white card that can go in the same deck as our Arc of Hunger. And second pick out of this pack would probably be a Johnny's Response for a very similar reason. We could always splash Arc of Hunger in a blue-red deck, so keep that in mind. But playing just straight up red-white with Arc of Hunger seems like a good spot to be. And Repel Calamity, even if it's bad in a matchup, we can sideboard it out. Okay, pack 3. Great Hall of the Biblioplex is solid. What else is here? There's a Quandrix Charm, Ink-Shaped Demonstrator. Gets a little worse in best of 3 because I feel like you care about it more in like aggressive matchups, and best of 1 is naturally a little faster than best of 3. We're seeing a good number of black-white cards like Ink Mage, Abigail. There was a black-white Snoop last pack. So we're keeping that in mind. I think Hall of the Biblioplex is very tempting just because it's flexible. It doesn't necessarily play as well in red-white, but it's still a good card. And then there's Abigail as an option. I think I'll just take the Hall because I could still just be like a green-blue deck that tries to splash a bunch of stuff. Abigail, I think I'm clocking that there's some black-white stuff coming around, though. I love Primary Research. This card is so good. What else? There's Glyph Mage, Historian, Helping Hand. So a few good white cards for a red-white deck. There's also a red card that's pretty solid. So red-white could be open. And then there's Paradox Gardens. For like I don't think Practicum's getting in the deck at this point, but Primary Research should. Really, if you get that and Arc of Hunger, you're really cooking with fire. But I'm going to be pretty happy with this way this deck is going. The way this pack has gone, the red-white Pursue the Past might wheel. Like, red-white's pretty open. I mean, the person passing to me clearly did not want to play Arc of Hunger. I guess maybe they had something even better. So now it's Wilt in the Heat versus Snooping Page. I think Wilt is better. Also fits better with what I'm trying to do. Snooping is fine. I would rather not splash, though, if I can help it. And Snooping is good. Snooping is one of those cards where when you play Snooping Page on the play on turn 3 and your opponent doesn't kill it, you, like, win the game. But if you top deck it in the mid game or you, like, have it on the draw or you kind of need to block, it gets a little bit weaker. I don't know. It's a good card. Wilt is pretty strong, though. Plays really well with Arc, because when you have Arc rolling, you can cast this for 2 a lot of the time. It's definitely between these 2 cards. I have been getting a lot of black-white vibes. Okay. I'm going to take Rebel Rouser over Tablet of Discovery, which is kind of crazy, because Tablet of Discovery is a very strong card. I think Rebel Rouser is just the card you want for red-white, though. Like, when you have this card, any of your synergy pieces get so much better, and it ramps you up. Tablet is very strong, also gets you some synergy, but like if you want to play something on turn 3, Tablet doesn't always like work with what you want to do. It's like also taps for mana, but it's not a 1/4 in addition to that. Wilt in the Heat is fine, but I think Rebel Rouser, you really just want those in your red-white decks. And now I get a Charging Strife Knight. I absolutely love this card. Really, really strong. Filters you through your deck so you can find your good cards. Yeah, Rebel Rouser also with Primary Research is just like not a contest. Just like so good. Also gives you a creature to get back with Primary Research. I would play Sundering Archaic maybe in a 2-color deck, but I'm not really going to have to because I'm just going to get the Strife Knight. Let's see if we wield Pursue the Past. We don't, but we wield Quillblade Laureate, which is just crazy. We didn't wield the red-white card, but we wield all of the red and white cards, if that makes sense. I think Quillblade is better than taking a Monstrous Rage. Eager Glyph Mage is a fine card, but like the 4-drop slot tends to get like filled with like Wilt in the Heats and stuff. We're not going to worry about that. And getting good 2-drops is nice, and this is a really good 2-drop. Just pushes a lot of damage once you've stabilized the game. Monstrous Rage is a fine card, but worse than the Laureate, I think. Okay, now we're going to take the land. You might be wondering why I wouldn't take the Dust Speaker. Dust Speaker is good in red-white decks, but getting the land just makes me easier to cast my spells, makes it so I'd mulligan less, and in the late game, if you have to use the Surveil, that can be the difference in a close game where you're both in top deck mode. And so the lands are really high priorities. Wheeling this is a great sign for me. Also, wheeling the Dust Speaker is a good sign. If I'm battling one other person for red-white in this pod, I'll be pretty happy. Here, I'm going to take the Forum of Amity. The reason for that is there are some strong black cards in the set that I might want to splash. There's also random Converge cards that I might want to play, and Forum can help with that. I don't think I ever miss out on a Strife Scholar. I already have 2 good 3-drops, and I don't really worry about the signals. Late Snooping Page, though. Here there's Debater or Dig Site Inventory. I feel like I'm leaning more towards a red-white control deck with the Primary Research and Arc of Hunger, but I'm still going to take the Dig Site Inventory, because if I play against some matchup where I feel like I need more speed, that could be useful. Now, Glyph Mage versus Owlin Historian. I think the Glyph Mage is a better card. Owlin Historian is fine, but I feel like I'm going to get enough 3-drops. Okie doke, pack 2. Well, this pack, let's cut the Dig Site Inventory because we don't really want to play that. This first pack went really, really well for me. I'm going to cut the Germination Practicum, the Forum temporarily. Let's just keep this on the side, though, just so we remember that we have these. This pack, Wisdom of Ages, is not something I'm interested in. Divergent Equations is the sort of card you can sometimes splash, but I don't think red-white really cares about splashing as much, especially when you already have good late-game value like Arc of Hunger and Primary Research. I'm much happier just getting an Unsubtle Mockery here. Good kill spell, fills my graveyard a little bit sometimes. If I don't want the card, I surveil it away. And it is a nice little way to just, any surveil gets better when you're digging towards cards like Arc, cards like Primary. I would love more like discard cards that draw me cards, things like that. Things like Pursue the Past, things like Seize the Spoils. Those are cards I'm looking for. Okay, interesting. So what are my options here? I could take Moment of Reckoning. I already have 2 lands to help me cast it, Forum and Great Hall, which isn't nothing. I would want to get several more ways to like try to cast this card. It is overwhelmingly powerful and probably worth potentially attempting, especially because the next best card, I might not play this card. I could still just leave it on the sidelines, but the next best card is Fields of Strife for me, probably. Ajani's Response is also fine, but I'm pretty good on removal right now. I have 1, 2, 3 kill spells at this point in the draft, which is pretty solid. And this card is so overwhelmingly broken that when you cast it, you just win the game. And I don't even need that much crazy stuff. I already have 2 black sources. If I get like Terramorphic Expanse, Swamp, that's 2 more, and then I get like a couple Treasure Makers. That could totally happen. And even as a speculative pick, if this is like 30% to make my deck, the times it does make my deck, it makes my deck a lot better. So I'm going to take the Moment of Reckoning here. Now I think I'm going to take Group Project over Elite Interceptor. Elite Interceptor is really good, especially if you're trying to be a aggressive black-white deck. But for the red-white deck, I think this card's a little bit better. It uses like synergy pieces. If I mill it into the graveyard with something, it works. And works with primary research, and also just 2 bodies for 1 card is really nice. And the tapping ability is much better the more aggressive you are, and I'm currently not the most aggressive deck. So I'm going to take the Group Project. I think that Elite Interceptor is very good, though. I would very happily play this. But Group Project in red-white decks is exactly where you want to be. And I need 2 drops. I also wouldn't mind 1 drops, but that's just where I'm at. Here, there's an Ascendant Dust Speaker, and then there is a Stirring Honormancer. If I'm going to be splashing black for the Moment of Reckoning, then Honormancer could be good. And if I'm going to have like 6 black sources in my deck, as long as they're not like based around having treasures in play, this card could be really good for me. This is why taking the lands can be pretty helpful down the stretch. Still a speculative card, though. Okay, it's getting less and less speculative the more black sources we get. I mean, this pack doesn't have anything for me. I don't really care about Page. Don't really care about this Page. Bring to Light's not for my deck. I don't care about Strife Scholar. Don't care about Rapier Wit. But the black-white land, all of a sudden, I now have 3 black sources for my Moment of Reckoning. And I just need to play, like, if I play, like, 2 swamps or something. And having, like, red-white lands helps. I mean, my deck is kind of slow and grindy. We're going to see if we can make this work. It is an ambitious splash, though. Splashing double-pipped cards is no joke. Now I get to Pursue the Past. This is exactly what I want. I definitely want it over the Glyph Mage. When your deck has really powerful cards in it, like Arc, maybe like the Moment of Reckoning. This is, again, speculative. But when you have powerful cards, you really want ways to dig for them, and this is a really good way to dig for them while also fueling my synergy. So this is a great pickup for me. Other than that, Eager Glyph Mage is pretty solid. I would take that over Micah. I think Micah's okay, but when you don't have a ton of artifact stuff, like if you have some treasure generators, like Seize the Spoils, Micah's okay, you can play it. But I think I'd rather just have Glyph Mage in general. It's like really annoying when you're like holding up a removal spell, your opponent plays the Glyph Mage. Okie doke. Now we'll take Pull from the Grave. We don't need Dig Site Inventory, and if we do the Black Splash, Pull from the Grave could be a nice grindy element for sideboard, but we don't really want it. Not much to say that pack, kind of lackluster. Diary of Dreams, similarly not a card we want. We could take Spectacle Summit. It's probably better. There could be a blue card we really want to splash. If we get like a blue card and like a Stress Dream or something, we could splash it. We don't really ever want to play the Diary. And you never know. Now we could take Visionary's Dance. I mean, look at all these blue cards. We wield every single blue card in the world. Yeah, we'll take it. We're not going to play it, though, I don't think. We wield the red-white land. This is huge. There is Transcendent Archaic, which is, like, fine if you're splashing, but the red-white land just makes the black splash better, even if it doesn't have black in it, because it just means that, like, random swamps we put in our deck, we don't get quite as punished. So this is a really good card to wheel. We do have a lot of tap lands, so keep that in mind. Tackle Artist, sure. We're not going to hope to play that. Ancestral Anger, sure. Strife Scholar. I think our deck is looking quite nice. And we got last pick Micah, sure. We'll put that in for now. Okay. Interesting. So, going into pack 3, there's Impractical Joke. There's Reprieve. There is Arcane Omens. Arcane Omens is better when you're playing like 4 colors or 5 colors, I think. I already have a lot of tap lands. I'm splashing this, but doing this for 3 colors isn't really as inspiring. So I think I'd rather have Impractical Joke than Arcane Omens in this deck. Tome Blast might be better than... I think Impractical Joke's better than Tome Blast. I think it's really just Reprieve versus Impractical Joke here. This rare is not my favorite. Would I rather have Reprieve or Impractical Joke? I think Reprieve is better the more tempo you are. This is better the more controlling you are. I'm a pretty controlling deck at this point, so I'm going to take the Impractical Joke. That's a close pick, though. Now I can take a Terramorphic Expanse or Rubble Rouser. Rubble Rouser is very good. I think I'm just going to take the Rubble Rouser. It's super strong in my deck. Ramps me up. If I took the Terramorphic Expanse, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources with 1 swamp. That could be worthwhile. Yeah, I think I would normally take Rubble Rouser here, but if I take the Terramorphic Expanse, I can basically play the Moment of Reckoning, I think, which is enough power level boost to make it worthwhile for me. Now there's Tome Blast versus Rubble Rouser. Let's see. So let's just cut all my random cards I don't want to play here. Let's put these guys in, because now I have the sources for them. Tone Blast. What synergy? I have Primary Research, which is good with Rebel Rouser. Arc of Hunger, which is good with Rebel Rouser. I don't want to play the Micah. Glyph Mage, I have fine. Tone Blast is fine. My creature count's pretty low. Could take Rebel Rouser. Rebel Rouser is like the best possible card, but Tone Blast isn't far behind. I'm going to take the Tone Blast because it's a cheaper card. They both work well with a lot of my cards. Ooh, nice pickup. Inkrite. Let's go. I'm glad I got the extra thing that targets now. That's pretty good. I would play Archaic's Agony here, probably. No, I wouldn't. You really need to have access for 5 colors for this one. I would take Zealous Lorecaster, though. Snarl Song is also very strong, but not for my deck right now. Snarl Song, I missed the bus on that one, but I'm okay. I think green somehow ended up very open here. Perfect. Seize the Spoils is just the card I wanted. Filters through my deck, gets me a treasure that can be helpful for this. So now if I play 1 swamp, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the swamp, 6 with this for my Moment of Reckoning, which is a stretch. It's hard to cast still, but I think it will potentially work out there. Return the Favor as a sideboard card, or Honorbound Page, or Ennis. Ennis works with Honormancer, Glyph Mage, Rebel Rouser, Quillblade Laureate. It works with a decent number of my cards. I'll take Return the Favor for the sideboard, though. I don't think Ennis is very good. Okay, now I can get a Owlin Historian. Divergent Equation is good, don't get me wrong. But Owlin's nice. Again, the Surveil is nice. Having more creatures is nice. I only have 6 creatures, but remember, Group Project is a creature. So I think getting more creatures is important here for my deck. I might have to play this Micah. That would not be the end of the world. Pick 8. Dual Tactics is very good, especially in best of 3 when you can side it in or out based on the matchup. Whenever they play like a random Landscape Painter, you feel amazing. So we're going to take that. There's another Ancestral Anger. We're definitely not playing a colorless land. Let's just take Rapier Wit, maybe. Okie doke. Fire Singer. We'll take the Archaic's Agony. Maybe my opponent has a bunch of like X ones I really want to kill. Sure, we'll take a Soaring Stone Glider. I don't mind having another creature. Perfect. Rehearsed Debater. This is why I didn't really prioritize them before. Honorbound Page, sure. So, our deck ended up pretty good, I think. We have some very powerful top end. Our mana ended up being pretty decent. I played Dual Tactics. And then I can play, like, Strife Scholar. Micah, I don't have a ton of artifacts. I have just the one treasure generator with Seize the Spoils, so I don't really want to play Micah. It's probably better than Honorbound Page, though. Tackle Artist might be better than both of them, honestly, because I have a lot of spells. So I could play it like this, something along these lines. What does my mana look like? I don't want Dig Site Inventory. I'm much more controlling than that. Anger, no. Micah's the closest one. It's just a 4-mana 4/4. Visionary's Dance, I don't want to play. Even as like a 2-mana, like, fill my graveyard, dig for my good cards type thing. So this is 11 creatures plus 1 for the group project, so that ends up working out. My mana is 4 white sources. 5, 6, 7, 8, kind of 9, 10 white sources in a way. Let's say 9.5 white sources. 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. Red. I am slightly more right. And then 2, 4, 5, 6. Second swamp to search up could be pretty useful. I could just cut the swamp. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sources. I think extra black sources will be helpful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah, I think we will keep it like this with the second swamp for now. It is an ambitious splash, but I think it could work out. It's funny, Visionary's Dance is actually an okay card for us. Like, if we played the 1-tap land, then we play the... There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we played the 1-tap land, Visionary's Dance goes a long way towards giving us an extra late game card. But I think we'll be fine with this for now. And we'll just play 17 lands because we only have a few things to do at the top end. We have good ways of getting rid of extra top end cards. Debater is not the best card, but it gives us something to do early. Maybe we cut the Debater for a Micah. That's definitely an option. We have one. I don't really love Strife Scholar either. Yeah, let's just run it like this, I think. Okay. Interesting deck, though. Very interesting deck. I can't believe someone passed Arc of Hunger. As we get ready for round 1, though, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you enjoy my videos and you'd like to support my work and my mission to make draft accessible for people of all skill levels, while gaining access to cool bonuses like my card-by-card tier list and format thoughts document, Patreon is the place to go. And special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. Okie doke. Round 1, gearing up. Let's see what we're up against. They're playing a Domri Raid Avatar, so that tells us literal nothing. They could be anyone. They could be mind gaming us. They're probably not playing red-green, though. I can bet on that. Great hand. Great hand. Oh my gosh. Keep this. Playing blue. Okay. I think we will just run out the Inkrite on turn 2. We don't want to waste our mana. We want to force them to have an answer. Sure. And if they don't have an answer, then we can just use our Unsettled Mockery on turn 3. Just gonna run out the Inkrite. Okie doke. We will Unsettle Mockery that and get ourselves a 1/1 for our troubles. Definitely not making the trade. Play that. Unsettle Mockery their guy. We already have our next land drop secured, plus 3 drops to play. I don't think we want that. I think we can afford to be a little bit greedy with that one. Because remember, we don't have that many expensive things to do, and we have this Rebel Rouser already. And we have the ability to dig a little bit. Maybe get rid of the Strife Scholar. So they're playing red mana too. No blocks. This guy's still way more valuable. He's putting implicit pressure on them to, like, deal with it. And they're attacking me for 2, but I'm attacking them back for 3, so. And I'll be able to just block this guy with my Rebel Rouser soon. Banishing Betrayal, okay. That's fine. Sure. So we'll play this. First, we want to attack, right? Yep. Okay. Attack first. Play this. Play Rebel Rouser, discarding. I think Strife Scholar is worse than Tackle Artist. Ooh, Honormancer could be very good. That does a lot of digging. Informed Inkrite, Dual Tactics, Flashback Dual Tactics is a lot of 1/1s. Okay. So they have 5 mana. I'm suspecting Embrace the Paradox, something of that nature. They didn't have a kill spell before. Let's go to combat. Do this in case the best card I have available is a tap land. They could have a Essence Scatter, but like that doesn't use their mana the best. They do have Embrace the Paradox, so I'm glad I didn't go for my Inkrite plan. Of like Inkrite, play this, flash it back, get a few 1/1s or whatever. Dig 3 cards deep. I will take Wilt in the Heat. I'd feel like I would like more removal spells when I have this Inkrite. And I already have some threats. Play the land. If they move these counters over, it'll be nice to have maybe a kill spell that can kill something mid-sized. Heated Argument, sure. And I can use this to make this cost 2. This is one of the reasons Rebel Rouser is such a huge priority for these decks. I know I took a Tome Blast over one. Okay. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I want to play this for 2. I want to play this as well. Maybe it's just better to play the Tackle Artist this turn into Wilt in the Heat, because it just uses my mana much better. I know I miss out on a 1/1, but this thing's got to be a little bit better, I think. Yeah, I'll play Tackle Artist first. If they have Essence Scatter, they can counter this. Okie doke, perfect. So now we get to use this, ditch our Tackle Artist, because we can't get that guy back, I don't think. Kill their Tester, that's their only threat here. And we've still saved our Dual Tactics plus Informed Inkrite combination, which is nice. We could even Seize Despoils, discard the Dual Tactics. Perfect. So they get a little bit of value here, but now our Dual Tactics has a really appealing target. Mountain is a good draw. So, if I go Inkrite, Dual Tactics, I could either use Seize Despoils to discard Dual Tactics and try to flash this back, or I could try to discard the land. I think the land is going to be useful, though. Would I rather have a Dual Tactics available or a land? Maybe Dual Tactics is actually better. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to go Informed Inkrite. Let's play Owlin Historian first, so we know a little bit about what we want, maybe. So we don't need that. So that was a good move. Play this. Play Dual Tactics on their guy. Get rid of the land. And then I like having this because we have 1, 2, 3. Like, this thing can buff this guy up. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to hold the land here because we might want to discard it to Seize the Spoils next turn. They're playing 3 colors. Pestbrute Sloth is fine. There's the Skipper. Okay, so we have 4 things to get back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that seems worthwhile. And we can destroy the Pestbrute Sloth. Get back 1, 2, 3, maybe. Yeah, I think we just want to get back 4 things from our graveyard. Getting rid of the 4, 4, yeah. Kill that. Get back Honormancer. Stone Glider. Probably Strife Scholar. Get rid of the Unsubtle Mockery. Yeah, this also nets us a 1/1, so it seems worthwhile doing for sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. So what problem cards do they have that we care about? They have Sloth. Essence Scatter is good to know about, for sure. Definitely clocking that. Banishing Betrayal. Any cards in exile, Tester, and Vast Lands are good to know about too. So I think the dealing with 1 toughness things is good. So the Dual Tactics is great here. We don't really care about too many of their cards. Exiling with Wilt is very good. They have a lot of things that target. They have 1, 2. Not really a great matchup for our Return the Favor, I don't think. Don't think we need the Dig Site Inventory. Don't think we need the Honor-Bound Page. Could be a matchup for Pull from the Grave. Again, our creature count's not the highest, but it does make us a little more mid-rangey. And more value can be good. There's also Micah as an option, but that's more if we need to be more aggressive. I think this matchup we might need to be more controlling. This is the main card I want. Is there any cards that seem bad here? Rehearsed Debater doesn't seem the most necessary. Bring in Pull from the Grave over that. I'd rather have a 4/4 than a 3/3, I think, just because of this thing. And this thing. Micah could be okay, but I think the Flyers were pretty good against them. Let's just keep it like this. Just minor tweaks. Like Pull from the Grave as a little bit of extra value could be good for us. Okay, this is a mulligan, pretty obviously. They're also mulliganing, so a gentleman's mulligan all around. Here, we're going to keep this and ditch a mountain, and we're going to use the Expanse to get at one of our swamps. We don't have any double red cards, so this should be fine. And we're not that far like along the path of needing anything crazy going on here. Like, we don't need a double black anytime soon. If they have Essence Scatter, it feels real good to blow them out with Group Project here, but they could also just have, like the bounce spell, and then they get to get me. So they don't have the bounce spell. I think bouncing this would be their turn 2 play, probably. If they did. They could have Essence Scatter. They don't have Tester. Okie doke. Play land. Go to combat. Okay. What do we want to do here? I could do nothing and just hold up Unsubtle Mockery. They could have Vast Lands, they could have Tester, they could have the Sloth. And then holding this up works. I could play Owlin into their Essence Scatter. I don't have anything else that Essence Scatter works into. I'm just going to pass here. What kind of opening hand do they have that doesn't have... Like, if they have a kill spell, they could also just kill my better target. So they just have nothing to do. Interesting. Now I would, like, not mind my thing getting countered. Like... So they don't have Essence Scatter. I don't want that guy. Interesting. That's what you get for, like, I wasn't exactly like playing around Essence Scatter for no reason. Like, okay, that's not great for me. Actually, no, that's perfect for me. What am I talking about? I have the kill spell right here. Like, when you play around Essence Scatter when they don't have it, you feel a little silly, but, like, I was also holding up Mockery in case they played, like, a Vastland Scavenger or something. Okie doke. Play this guy. Okay, so in response, I'm going to tap this, discard. Wilton Heat's good against the Pest Brute Sloth. I kind of want to just get rid of Tackle Artist, because now I have a way better 4-drop to play. Okay, I'm glad I ditched the 4-drop that I couldn't play. Ooh, they have Swamp. Uh-oh. If I lose 4 cards here, this could be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not ideal. So I'm not going to discard my guy here. So they have Essence Scatter. I mean, if I just drew land here, play this Arc, things would go pretty well for me, I think. I mean, I've been digging for quite some time, you could say. There it is. Do I flash this back? Probably. First, I'm going to activate this because I could mill something relevant. Flashback spell. Yeah, it's a land, but it's also like... Okay, I ping them for 1 here. Like, I have flashback spells, so I'm going to mill at some point. Like, I have dual tactics, stuff like that. Filling my graveyard is inherently valuable. They're drawing an extra card every turn. I'm drawing an extra card every turn. They made me discard 4 cards, which is a bummer. because my cards were like really good too. I'm glad I have pull from the grave in my deck. I mean, missing on like my land drop for like 5 turns was really not good for me. Okay, they are just playing up a storm of lands. This TAM has been an absolute beating for me. It's not great for me either. They're out of green mana. Come on, removal spells. Draw. Okay, let's activate this. See what we find. This card is not a particularly good draw here. Okay, play this. Sure. I can now attack them for 6. That seems worth doing. Oh, that's a really good trade for me if that works. They're playing Chase Inspiration. Okay, that's no longer great for me. Having to ditch all of my removal spells was really not good. Like, I had 3 cards that could kill the TAM. Yeah, I mean, literally TAM has gained them 7 life this game, I think. If I find dual tactics, I think I win, though. Zap, zap. Okay, let's start with this. This doesn't have reach, this doesn't have reach. They have another. They have a lot of Essence Scatters in the deck. It's funny, if I'd played the Owlin into the, like out on turn 3, I could have maybe won this potentially. Gosh, that Arcane Omen's really wrecked me. No blocks. I'm really just trying to dig for dual tactics here. They're gonna gain whatever much life they can gain from their Infirmary Healer here, maybe. They're out of land drops, I think. 9, 10, 11. How many lands do they even have left in their deck? If I can kill the TAM, I can start keeping pace. Okay, so they gain... How much life? They gain 5. Interesting. So they have 5 mana. I mean, I'm just going to go for lethal here, I think. Because they're just pretty clearly holding up this. Like, they could have the Sloth, of course. When they have, like, half their deck to find it. Oh. I mean, they had an out. They could have just found the Sloth. I'm kind of surprised they did that, to be honest. Well, we got the win. I'm not sure it was my... I mean, I think I played pretty well. But I'm not sure my opponent made the right call there at the end. I mean, they basically conceded. They were like, oh, wait, I have this card. Yeah, I think if they cast the Vinewoods guy... Or does the Vinewoods card put it into play tapped? That could be it. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Vastland Scavenger. Put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Nope, it doesn't come in tapped. Does not come in tapped. Okie doke, round 2. We win the die roll. And, oh man, tough hand. Because 1 red source and we're golden. We have 8 red sources because we can count for Seize the Spoils our Biblioplex. So we have in our list, I think we have 4 plains, 2 swamps, 5 mountains. 5 mountains, 2 red-white taplands, Biblioplex, Terramorphic Expanse. 3 draw steps to get there. Turn 2, turn 3. If I don't hit a red source, I can play Debater, which buys me 1 turn if I find like a different source. I think I'm going to keep this. I think it works. Obviously, if I don't draw a red source, it looks terrible, but if I draw like any land, I can play the Debater. If I draw a red source, I can play Seize the Spoils and be off to the races. And obviously, yeah. Red-white tapland wouldn't be the best draw, but it would be good here. Turn 2. Okie doke. And if I miss on the draw for 1 turn, then I could still get there potentially in the future. Booyah. Never didn't have it. Okay, we're going to play this and discard the Rehearsed Debater, because that will give me something to bring back with Primary Research, potentially. Okie doke. Play land. I'm definitely not going to risk losing the land. I kind of want to start with Seize the Spoils, discarding Pursue the Past. Beautiful. Then I will play Swamp. Do I want to play the Owl and Historian? Not really. I want to save this treasure to cast the Moment of Reckoning as soon as possible. Okay, they still haven't done anything. Just gonna do this. Okay, they don't have a counterspell. That's pretty clear. And I'm just... Now I can cast Moment of Reckoning. They've done very little this game, other than play a Slumbering Trudge, which will die to my Moment of Reckoning. Hydro Channeler, sure. No blocks. I think my graveyard is important enough that I'm not going to use my Rebel Rouser here. I want to go Inkwright, Wilt in the Heat. Maybe I just go this card, Inkwright. Depending if we surveil something away. That's a good card. I kind of want to keep getting extra value. I messed this up. I definitely messed this up. I forgot that I could just tap the Rebel Rouser to trigger this thing. I also could have attacked with Rehearsed Debater there. They haven't been casting many spells. I think I messed that turn up. I forgot the Rebel Rouser just triggers this by itself. I thought I had to cast this thing to trigger it, and then as soon as I tapped this guy, I realized that I tapped my mana badly. Because I could have just gone this guy maybe. But they didn't have a good target for the Wilt in the Heat. No block still. I could have even held this up and then tried to double block it. Sure. So they just have, like, actual nothing going on. Combat. I'm gonna ditch this mountain, I think. I could have attacked them for a little bit of extra damage. Maybe I should have played the mountain. I don't know. Okay, what do they have? Embrace the Paradox, sure. I played this game kind of mediocre, I think. I forgot like 1 or 2 interactions. I'm just kind of waiting for the moment when I just kill their entire board state and swing with my creatures and win. Like at some point they're gonna have to like affect the board state here. And it's gonna be over. Sure. So they have no counter magic up. Actually, Hydro Channeler is counter magic. Okay. Will save myself 6 points of life. I'm going to discard the tap land because I don't really need a tap land here. I have plenty to do with my mana. Okay. Moment of Reckoning. I'm just going to go with the slower lines here. They just have nothing in their hand to do. Yeah, they're just dead. I don't even have to play the Moment of Reckoning. They did so little that game. What was happening? I felt like I was playing that like as if they would eventually play like a removal spell or something, and they just never did. Like, obviously, if I'd known their hand was blanks, I could have killed them like 3 turns earlier. But like, yeah. Pensive Professor, Embrace the Paradox, Trudge. What is in their deck even? I mean, I haven't seen any cards that this works with. I think I'm just going to run it back. Rapier Wit could be good against their Trudge. Just buy me extra time. I don't have any extra removal to bring in for the Professor. Kind of got all my removal. I mean, this thing won't even kill Professor at a certain point. Yeah, let's just run it back. My gosh, what was happening there? Interesting. It feels weird in best of 3 not to sideboard at all. Especially because I have some clunkers in my deck. We're gonna mull. 1-landers are much different than 2-landers. Even if this had a second land, I would keep it like every time, no matter what the lands were. This hand I'm gonna keep. And I'm gonna ditch the dual tactics. Mulls to 6 are already pretty sketchy. If I find a red source in my first 3 draw steps, I'm kind of golden. This time I actually do have 3 draw steps. And if I miss for a red source on 1 turn, and then I find it the next turn and play Arc of Hunger, maybe I can come back. It's pretty bad, though, if I just don't ever find it. I got there the last game, but this game I mulliganed as well. Mulling to 5 is a pretty big no-no. Oh, they don't have a 3rd land. That could give me some time. Mountain? Beautiful. Beautiful. Just gonna kill the glass right, buy myself a lot of extra time. It's gonna hit me for like 6 damage. I'll try to just get the Arc of Hunger down. They don't have green mana yet. And it looks, obviously it looks like I got lucky because I drew it then, but like my odds of drawing the mountain are pretty decent, like probably higher than 50%. I'm feeling pretty good about the Impractical Joke pick over the Reprieve pick. That's been pretty good for me, I think. Seize the spoils, okay. I could have killed this guy, but like I try not to like rely too heavily on like, oh, I'm going to try to mana screw my opponent, because then they just draw a land and like you've wasted your removal spells. Like you just, I mean, killing the 2/2 like saves me like 6 points of damage or whatever. Killing this thing like I guess stops them from casting this, but if they draw a land, they can cast that anyway. Just gonna jam this thing and hope they don't have a Disdainful Stroke. They do get priority for something, so that's a bummer. Maybe they do have Disdainful Stroke. They do have Disdainful Stroke. Wow. Get wrecked, Nicolai. Sad day. I mean, I didn't see this card in game 1. There's no way I'm ever playing around that. I could try the Tome Blast if I draw a land. I think I would rather just Mockery this guy now. Keep the land on top. Embrace the Paradox, sure. So they've bounced back pretty decently. We will Rebel Rouser, and we will ditch our Strife Scholar, because I think Strife Scholar is just bad. That's a much better card to have. Now if they go for their 6/6, I can answer it easily. Even though I don't have the Arc of Hunger, I still have other tools in my tool belt. They have more resources, but I have plenty of things to do. And I still have, like, my Moment of Reckoning in the deck somewhere. Plenty of filtering. I've got this to flashback to kill something small. Like if they play the 2/2 guy or something like that. They have 4 cards. I have 3 cards, but I have this in my graveyard. So it's kind of like 4 to 4. Okay, perfect. That gives me a real clean way to use my Repel Calamity this turn. And I've answered 2 of their more problematic cards here now. Definitely going for this. So I'm about to draw a card. So it's going to be 3 cards to 3 cards. My board state's better because this card's better than this card. And I get to play my Debater. They have more lands in play, but that's not particularly relevant. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 5. They have 7, 8 mana sources. So I don't think I want to get rid of. I'm not going to flood out anytime soon. I have a 3/3 that can start chipping in. I've got a couple removal spells. I'm in pretty good shape here. Okay. I don't really care about that card. I will still probably kill it, though, with my Tome Blast. Because just killing a 2/2 on board is generally the best Tome Blast is going to get. I do value my graveyard a little bit, so I don't really want to eat away with it with this guy just yet. And this is a spot where a Fields of Strife is actually a pretty nice asset to have as a way to surveil. If they have Chase Inspiration to protect this guy, I also don't particularly care. Sure. That's fine. It doesn't do much to me. Now I will play the land even though I have Seize the Spoils. I don't really want to trade 1 point of damage for 1 point of damage. Okay. Another Hydro Channeler. Like, that card's a blank. That card just doesn't do anything. Okay. That card does something. I might just Surveil this turn. Because I don't want to discard my Wilt in the Heat, that's for sure. And Seize the Spoils gives me my second black source I need. And I have 1, 2, 3... Plus kill something good they have, maybe. These lands, don't sleep on them. Surveilling is a big deal. I don't care about that card. It's something else I can bring back with my Moment of Reckoning. Okay, I don't need multiple of them, though. I don't have any other black spells I really want to cast. Actually, that's not true. I have my Rhino guy. Oh my gosh. Where's Undo? Does Undo really not work anymore? Oh my gosh. Undo is Z. I don't want to tap that land. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I have to now. Oh, I can just manually click the undo button? That's wild. Okay. Tap is 3. Get rid of this. This card is somewhat important to me. Okay. Getting through the land glut. No attacks. I'm holding up a Wilt in the Heat. I could start pinging them at this point. This card just dealing 1, dealing 1, dealing 1. Could be good enough. I'll ditch that. Get enough to use my Surveil. Might as well. Yep, that card's a spell. I'm playing around Spell Pierce here. What do I want to bring back? I want to bring back 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I care about killing any of their guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could have Brush Off or something. But they're going to hold that up the rest of the game, so I'm never going to be able to stop them. Okay. This guy's huge now. That's fun. I will keep that on top because I haven't played a land yet this turn. So I get to play that for free now off the Arc. At least I don't think I've played a land. Yeah. Always good to check that. When a card leaves my graveyard, I get to ping them again. Seems worthwhile playing this guy out. I'll ditch Seize the Spoils. I never want to recast that. I don't have any ways to get back cards from my graveyard anyway, but they don't know that. You don't want to give your opponent free information. Okay. I think we're in pretty good shape here, you could say. We just got back 4 cards. They still have a bunch of irrelevant cards. We didn't kill any, like, giant creatures, so they could just play a giant creature and I'm in a little bit of trouble. But I have my Arc back now. Moment of Reckoning to get back Arc of Hunger has got to be, like, when Captain America, like, dives in front of a bullet to save Hulk or something. It's like, you just have, like, both guys that are so good. I guess we might have something like that. Now that the next set's coming out is the Marvel set. Games in this format are very grindy. Like, this is a slow matchup. I'm going to win this game probably, but it's not going to be easy. Moment of Reckoning killing this would have been nice. They must have just drawn it. Okay, they did have Spell Pierce, so I was playing around that. Because I had this guy up. Okay, Impractical Joke takes down my flyer. That is actually kind of annoying, because I was relying on that flyer a little bit. Okay, let's see. Sure, we'll make trades. Okay. I will not make trades, I guess. The best I've ever seen Fractal Anomaly look. Play this. Just fetch my land now. Okay, we're gonna do our best here. We get to ping them for 2 like every time we use this guy. Sure, they have some good cards in their deck too. So they hit a Magma Blood Archaic. Sure, we'll probably kill that. So we might not win this game anymore. I was feeling pretty optimistic before, but now I'm feeling less optimistic. Okay. Pass to blockers. I want to wilt in the heat this guy after the Quillblade Laureate like jumps in front of him. I could just take 6 from that guy. I think saving 3 life is here a little bit better here. All right, okay, tap this. Have this leave my graveyard. Deal 2 to them. Deal 5 here. I guess I could have just done a little bit of math to see if I can kill them on the crackback or something. I can probably force some chump blocks. Okay. Mill a card. That's so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Definitely cast it with Arc of Hunger. Get rid of my tap land. Okay. I'll play a land. I can threaten to hit them for 8 here. But they just have to jump block. Okay. Interesting. Could play the Honormancer. This is my last good chance to play it, probably. Because I'm gonna go down more cards almost. Put one of those cards into my hand. I don't want them for research because I'll deck myself. I'm gonna put Dual Tactics into my hand, I think. Yeah. Dual Tactics seems great. No attacks. Okay. So they get to cast this. They could also potentially deck themselves. So they get Sonar and Deluge Virtuoso. Interesting. Sonar is not what I wanted to see here, because Sonar gives them something to cast with their Expressive Fire Dancer and their Magma Blood Archaic. Man. That was like a really good hit within... Like, they haven't milled any extra cards either. This is, like, frustrating. They're at 9. I can put them to 7. I guess not pinging them a couple turns with the Rebel Rouser could come back to haunt me. What spell do they have with their Sonar? I mean, it's buffing their entire team. Triple. Brutal. Okay. That's really bad. Because if they have, like, a kill spell, or think that's something that can take out both of my creatures somehow. Yeah, not good. Oh, no. Wow, what a hit off of the improvisation capstone. I am taking an absolute... Oh, they don't have any instants or sorceries left in their deck. Oh my word. That is crazy. Well, I definitely can't take a hit from this guy. So they have 3 creatures left. Wild idea, flash it back. I think I just block here and take 9. No, I don't think I can actually kill them. sadly. I blocked the wrong order, because the trample would have done less damage to me the other way. Okay, I still want to use my Arc of Hunger here. That's a good draw. Play land. Play this guy. So I'm just trying to ping them out. This. I can just play my whole hand here. Ping. This guy. Combat. Attack. I can finish off Sonar if they block with it, which they probably will. Finish off Sonar. Deal an extra damage with this. Then I can play this and flash it back. Or I can play Glyph Mage. Glyph Mage seems better. Gets myself an extra flyer. And an extra chump blocker, potentially. Okay. Capstone. Let's see what they got. They don't have any instants or sorceries left in their deck. So that's good to know. So they get a 3/3 flyer. That's actually kind of annoying. One that even lets them loot through their deck a bit. But I do have my Rebel Rouser, and I have 3 cards left. Okay, sure. They have 2 flyers now. Bummer. So I do 1 damage from this, 2 damage from this, 3 damage from this. So I need 1 more card that can leave my graveyard. What's left in my deck? I have 3, 5, 9, 10, 11... 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 1 land in my deck left. But also if they don't kill me, then I can just finish them off by pinging them. If they don't find a kill spell. So, yeah. And they might deck too. They have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Biblioplex. Okay, that was the last land in my deck. I'm gonna go activate this. Okay, that's a good draw. Because then I can kill their flyer, and that's good enough to win the game. Okay. Play this. Flash it back. 1, 2, 3. Add this mana. Put them to 1. Play this. Good game. Activate this. 1, 2, 3. That game got close. Holy heck. Improvisation Capstone into 2 pretty good spells. The fact that they didn't have an instant or sorcery to get with Sonar, like if they'd had a burn spell to like clear the way for their guys, that would have been pretty scary. That's why you always have to try to end the game, I guess. I mean, I wasn't using my Rebel Pelt guy that much because I wanted to conserve my graveyard a little bit. Because I had primary research and such. Man, I cast Moment of Reckoning that game to get back 4 things. Maybe I was too aggressive with it. I didn't have any pressure and I wanted to end the game. That card's... Yeah, the fact that I almost lost was crazy. Okie doke. Our final round foe. Let's try to get the trophy here, shall we? On the draw. We've had a couple sketchy hands kind of get there. So let's just have a normal hand. This is also kind of sketchy, but we're going to keep it. We need to find a swamp at some point. But we can cast almost all the cards in our deck. We have 3 lands. We have a 2-drop. Sure. This is actually a huge draw, because now my Honormancer is live. Sure. Strife Knight's good. No blocks. I can't kill it either. Bummer. Play this. Free value to get rid of that. Pretty nice. So they're playing red, white, splashing blue. They're just hitting me with this Strife Knight. I could try to double block it. It's just very high risk. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that gives me something to kill with my Repel Calamity. I could go Debater, flashback my spell. That seems way worse, though. Kill this. Play this. Attack. Life total's fairly even. I have more power in play, though, so the race currently favors me. Okay, that's a good card. That is a good card. We are going to play... Now things get interesting. Because if I play Seize the Spoils and I hit a land, I can play it next turn. I can play the moment next turn. I shouldn't have played my land first. Huh. Let's just play this guy out. Put one of those cards into your hand. I'm still just going to take the kill spell. It's... I don't want to flash this back. That's very greedy. Okay. I could have taken... I mean, I can't cast it next turn. I need to hit a land drop at some point here. Now I can seize the spoils. I can, Impractical Joke, kill the Strife Knight. Then I can seize the spoils. If they kill my Honor Mancer, I have double block options. My life total is not the highest. That is true. Stone Glider. That is scary. Okay, so we're going to do this first. Ditch Tackle Artist, because I can get it back later. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Max punished every time. Jeez. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I just need to draw a land next turn and I can cast it. So I couldn't have cast it this turn anyway. Kill their 4/3. I would have loved to kill the Strife Knight, don't get me wrong. And still doing nothing here. Not flashing back Group Project. I would also have loved to kill the Strife Knight, but I think saving my life total here matters a lot more when I'm in a moment of reckoning situation where I just need to draw one untapped land. Oh, no. I mean, I dug a decent ways. And getting back Tackle Artist is going to be good. Tackle Artist, kill 1/2. Bring back another creature of mine if it dies. Docent, sure. I might have been tempted to discard that to Strife Knight and then bring it back. Rapier Wit, sure. Mascot, sure. Definitely double blocking. This is actually a big draw now. Drawing a land is so big for me here. Not a land, unfortunately. How do I want to play this? I could gain 2 life. I'm going to take a beating this turn. If I take 2 life, there's 3, 5, 8, 10. If this finds a land, I'm in good shape. I'm just going to go for this. This seems like an okay line. Found a land. No attacks. If I have to Unsettle Mockery, I have to Unsettle Mockery. But now if I Unsettle Mockery, so they played a land. That's suspicious. Okay, so we are going to... That resolves. Doesn't matter, it's a token. Kill this guy. Dig for land here on top. This is not a land. Because this swamp was actually pretty big for that. Still no land. Arc of Hunger, land? No. Great. But I can gain life here. Save that guy. Gonna do this. Exile 2 cards. Exile Impractical Joke. And actually, no. Exile Terramorphic and Swamp. I can drain them again. No attacks. I'm just praying they don't have Tome Blast this turn. Boom, 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 boom. And this gives me a life from the Arc of Hunger. 2 times, I guess. I should have used the Arc of Hunger first to see if I would hit a land off of it. Okay, and then I swing for the win. Bang! Okay. Well, they're playing like red-white aggro, basically. Splashing run behind. My deck probably dunks on them pretty hard. Do I have any cards that are much better on defense than are on offense? 4/4s are better than 3/2s, probably. Like, this card does not seem very good in the matchup. 3/3 First Strike seems way better, just from a lining up perspective. Rapier Wit might be better than random junk I have. I think I'm probably okay. Dual Tactics could do some serious work. Yeah, I just want my cheap plays, pretty much. Honorbound Page does expensive, make my curve more expensive. Honorbound Page, I mean, the Rapier Wit isn't very good on defense. It just buys me like 2 life or something. I'd rather just get a 3/3 First Strike in. Force them to kill it. Or deal with it. We didn't see like any kill spells. And then once they've killed it, we are off to the races. I didn't see any like problematic cards, so I think we're in good shape. This deck is interesting. One of the reasons I like it is because splashing Moment of Reckoning is like a hard thing to do. Like, we kind of got lucky in the fact that we got 4 dual lands and the Biblioplex that all helped, and we kind of took those cards like relatively aggressively before we even had the Moment of Reckoning. So we already had like two dual lands and the Biblioplex to kind of make it possible. And then we took like Terramorphic Expanse over like a good card. And like Seize the Spoils was a pretty high priority for us. And like all these things to make this work. And it's kind of paying off. Like Moment of Reckoning is just insane. And our mana has been pretty consistent, which is nice. And now we are on the precipice of victory. Let's just get one more good game in. I assume they're going to be on the play. And a keeper. Seize the Spoils can be cast. We can't cast Tackle Artist quite yet, but now we can. And we have like all the mana we need for our Moment of Reckoning. Quillblade Laureate. Fine making this trade. Strife Knight, sure. Strife Knight still annoying. We might wilt it in the heat. Sure. We will keep that. So our new plan. Okay. So we're going to keep taking hits. We're going to play Tackle Artist next turn. And then the following turn, if our Tackle Artist hasn't died, we might be able to do something like Stone Glider, Wilt in the Heat, or something like that. Like, we have enough colors. We just need to have another card in our graveyard. So we might even just trade Tackle Artist straight up for Charging Strife Knight. But I assume they have a kill spell for it. Yeah, so we are actually okay with this. Like, if they don't have an answer to the Tackle Artist. That's a problem. Okay, Moment of Reckoning. Okay, play this, play this. 3, 6, 8. Yeah, seems better not to do anything too hasty there. We can kill this with Moment of Reckoning, which is nice. Bring back a couple things, kill their whole board, probably. We'll probably just kill their whole board. Especially if our if our Tackle Artist is still alive. This is where Biblioplex comes in clutch. So they get to tap our guy. That's not the end of the world. They aren't drawing a card off this currently. Drawing Moment of Reckoning is really good, turns out. Let's just take out the Charging Strife Knight. Okay, boom. Okay, what do we want to get back? We want to get back Soaring Stone Glider. We kind of want to get back that, but I kind of want to just kill their whole board, so I'm just going to bring back the Stone Glider, I think. Destroy, 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 return. 1, 2, 3. Bring this guy back. I know bringing back the Double Strike is pretty good with this guy. I have a suspicion that that won't work out very well. I can also use Great Hall, turn that into a creature at some point. They still have 5 cards in hand because this thing got them a 2-for-1. They're going to get some value from this, so this game's not over. Like, they just have to answer the Tackle Artist, pretty much. That's why I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket by putting, like, getting the Double Striker out. I know it'd be, like, lethal next turn. I could do some sweet stuff, like play land, use 5 lands to animate this, flashback this, use that mana for this. I don't know. This doesn't have vigilance or anything. So they have running behind. Yikes. Okay. Sure. We will keep that on top, I think. That's why we didn't want to put all our eggs in one basket. Turn this into a creature. Flashback. Guy. So they can hit me for 3 with the Spirit Mascot. If they use Pursue the Past this turn. I was in kind of bad shape, so Moment of Reckoning just kind of brought this game back to being even. Okay, so that's their best thing they can do this turn. It's pretty good for me. No blocks. Okay. Play this guy. Okay, land. Go to combat. Attack. Okay. They have 4 cards. We have 1. Our board state's much better. We're not in Tome Blast range, which is great. Magma Blood Archaic. Yikes. They only have 1 color left, though. Okay. We have Wilt in the Heat for it, too. Our Form of Amity can't be used for surveilling. Definitely worth doing this now. Big top deck. Well, that's insane. What a rip off the top of the old library. Let's do this. If we zap this with Tome Blast, we can attack with our small guys too. And our tramp, it stops them from like chumping more damage. We could have zapped face as well. Okay, if they have a Johnny's Response, then they kill this and they take 4, 6, 8. So they would have had to block the Great Hall or something like that. Boom! Bob is your uncle. Very satisfying win. Very satisfying indeed. So if they had had a Johnny's Response, they would have killed this, and they were at 8. So they would have then been able to kill this, chump block here, and take 8. So like I think zapping this makes sense in case they have like 2 copies of a road to like kill this, and then they have to still, they can like eat this and then come back and win somehow. Overall, pretty satisfying victories. Nice wins all around. And I guess this is a good reason to not pass Arc of Hunger if your opponent, if you ever see it. That card is pretty messed up, especially pick 2. I can't imagine what you would take over it. It's very strong. We abandoned Germination Practicum for it and never looked back. This deck was really sweet. If you made it in to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Moment of Hunger, because we had the dream team of Arc of Hunger and Moment of Reckoning, and that was a pretty sweet little synergy package, which is kind of crazy because they're both rares and they're both 2 of the best rares in the set. So, come back. Hashtag Moment of Hunger to let me know you made it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.